CBS News foreign correspondent Chris Livesay joins us now from Cairo. Chris, a third convoy, as we just mentioned, of humanitarian aid arrived today in Gaza. How are things unfolding there at the Rafah crossing?
That's right, Lilia. That's the third convoy of 20 trucks. It started on Saturday with an initial 20 trucks, followed by 14 yesterday. And as you mentioned, those 20 from today. So a good sign. There's reason for hope. Of course, it's just a trickle. The need is immense at the border and obviously deeper into Gaza as well. What we haven't started to see yet is the other side of this bargain is refugees coming out. Part of this deal that was brokered with the help of President Biden was, not just aid going in, but hopefully some refugees coming out. First among them, we were supposed to see American passport holders. The State Department says there are between 400 and 500 of them in the Gaza Strip alone. We've seen aid going in for 3 days, but so far no sign of any of those refugees coming out.
So, Chris, you were just talking about something like 54 trucks going in. You spoke with the CEO of Egyptian Food Bank, which is responsible for roughly half the 8 trucks that have crossed so far into Gaza through that Rafah crossing on Saturday. So here's what he had to say. I'll ask you after we hear from him.
President Biden and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that there would be, quote, a continuous flow. So are you hopeful?
Yes, since Saturday, we've been seeing signs that this is moving in the right direction. So now it's about the capacity of the Palestinian side to absorb trucks.
And so following up on that, what is the capacity that Gaza has to aid, to distribute this aid at this point? And how short is what is coming in from what is needed?
Yeah, so, according to the head of the Egyptian Food Bank, who you just heard from, there were dozens of trucks going in on a daily basis before the conflict even began. So before October 7th, need was already extremely high in the Gaza Strip. And this was not the only area where aid was coming into. Now it is. It is the only way for aid to come into the Gaza Strip. And it's just a trickle compared to the ocean of aid that they absolutely need. As far as the capacity to receive and distribute that aid is concerned, once it gets to Gaza, fortunately, there are still groups like the United Nations and the Red Crescent that are now managing the arrival of that aid and distributing it once it gets there. But even getting it into Gaza from Egypt was a problem because the roads and the crossing itself had been damaged in the fighting leading up until now. In fact, that same director of the food bank said that they were hearing rockets. They were hearing Israeli airstrikes as close as a kilometer away, up until the aid finally started passing through this weekend.
My gosh. And as you said, I mean, the majority of Palestinians in Gaza already needed that aid before this even began. And I understand that, the aid workers, of course, are the ones that are distributing it, that are there, are also in need. As you mentioned, there's all these logistical challenges. One concern of, the U.S. and other allies to Israel is how to make sure that the aid does not get into the hands of Hamas. How are the agencies ensuring that?
That is the million-dollar question. It's a major condition of the Israelis. If they get one whiff of this winding up in the wrong hands, they can cut it off. Now, they don't control the entrance at Rafah, but they control the skies. They have airstrike capability. So they're definitely going to be paying very close attention to how this aid is distributed. But, the only people who actually have the final say is Hamas, and they're the ones with the guns.
Chris Livesay, thank you.